Welcome to Top 10 Archive. Looking for the perfect holiday card this year? Well, you could go the boring route, throw on some fancy clothes and pose awkwardly in front of a department store photographer. Or you could do as these families and put some life into your photos. Whether intentional or not, these 10 family holiday pictures are steaming with life, hilarity, and bad decisions. Number 10, all lit up. Some things are so corny that they're just plain terrible. This funky little nugget happens to be one of them. Believing they'd think outside of the box for their latest Christmas photo, this family went out of their way to build 5 Christmas bulb costumes, complete with wire casings, hats, and cord. The favorite son, at least he'd have to be to avoid the embarrassment of being a light bulb, completes the image as a certified Christmas bulb technician. How much do you think the boys were paid to smile? $100? $200? Whatever the amount, it probably wasn't enough. Number 9, Very Merry Puppies. The entire family only gets together once a year, and it was this snapshot that would commemorate their yearly Christmas gathering. Everybody was behaving, even the younger children. So what could possibly go wrong to ruin this happy little memory? Could it be 2 very happy pooches who perfect this image with a little too much holiday cheer? We're not sure if this was staged, photoshopped, or is actually genuine, but we'd like to think of the dozens of people that may have received it as a Christmas card that year. Number 8, Cozy in Front of the Fireplace. 10 years from taking this picture, these children will finally realize that they have that kind of dad. The kind with no inhibitions, no inner dialogue to tell them what's appropriate or what will make its rounds on the internet. Thanks to that quirky trait of his, we all get to experience this awkward delight. A few questions come to mind, such as if he's wearing anything behind his wife, and more importantly, why was this allowed to happen? Hot buns, hot buns. Ooh, ooh. Number 7, who's the favorite? Individuals that love their dogs a little too much make for juicy internet material. When it's an entire family whose enthusiasm for their pug is captured in an awkward Christmas photo, it makes for a gold mine of terrible. The dog's face on the shirt, that pathetic little mug, pretty much sums up how we feel about this picture, as does the actual dog in the picture, who can't be bothered to take part in a photo that's clearly dedicated to him. Merry Christmas, pug, you ungrateful mutt. Number 6, Santa's Swim Team. Ever wonder what it feels like to be such a successful family that you can decorate your Christmas tree in prize ribbons? Actually, let's rephrase that. Ever wonder what it feels like to have successful children that you can mooch from and whose victories you can flaunt in the family Christmas photo? The well-dressed folks in the background are a stark contrast to the children up front, who were likely bribed into wearing their swimming attire for the family Christmas photo. Awkward? You bet. Borderline child abuse? One may say so. Number 5, Suggestive Mrs. CLAUS. Nothing says classy Christmas photo better than a pair of dapper gentlemen, a dressy little lass, and Mom in her sluttiest Mrs. Claus outfit. The all black is an odd choice considering the joy of the season, but at least it adds a little class to the image. Santa's promiscuous wife, complete with garter belt and the threat of too much cleavage for a family photo, brings the image down from classy to trashy. Maybe it fit better in the store. Yeah, we're going to go with that, because no other reasons seem justifiable enough. Number 4, Chillin with my hoes. What a proud father and husband he may be. This image gets points for creativity, but are quickly taken away for the ick factor that drums up some uncomfortable thoughts for the type of family they could be. We can just imagine a patriarchal family system where the father sits at home enjoying his programs, while his rather attractive family is out there bringing home the bacon. Look at that smug look on his face. Could explain why everyone else has to pose all pretty and he can just stand there, pot-bellied and all, with his hand resting awkwardly on his wife's head. Number 3, nobody wanted this. There's so much going on in this picture that every time we look back at it, we see something new. There are only 2 people cooperating in this picture. The middle gentleman that's clearly given up on life, and the baby who doesn't know better. Everybody else contributes to the mayhem of an image that nobody wanted to take part in. Go ahead, scour the picture and find your favorite part. Our vote is on the insane child in the front left corner. Number 2, A Family of Love. We can appreciate love and don't shy away from PDA, But there's something about this immortal snapshot that burns itself into our brains. The awkward lip-locking, made even more awkward by the prying eyes in the middle row, just doesn't seem to mix well with products of such love posing in the front. The couple on the left is stiff, and the gal's open eyes scream, "Please, let this be over." We also have to think the father is still thinking the bald gent is still not good enough for his little girl. Number 1, a family that cooks together. What is with this weird trend and families taking naked family photos together? This is far from the first one we've come across, and, spoiler alert, is definitely not going to be the last. What disturbs us most is everybody is naked in the kitchen, by the stove, where they've likely cooked meals for friends and family in the past. Not that we're uncomfortable with nudity, don't get us wrong. We're just uncomfortable with familial nudity, especially children, that takes place in an area of cooking. Hey, everyone has their standards. Also, who's the poor sap that had to take this stylish shot?